every single patient. We're always saying constantly, stop, please. Don't do it. Before we get started, just so you know, I am not your physical therapist. You are not my patient. This is not medical advice in any way. This is just for informational purposes and entertainment only. I am some rando millennial on the internet in a hoodie talking on YouTube. So if you take this information and roll with it and shit hits the fan, I am not legally bound to that in any way. Okay, let's practice some self-awareness and bring those shoulders down and away from your ears. There you go. Okay, so I work in a very high stress area when it comes to work, and a lot of the patients that come in for neck pain and upper back pain usually work one of these jobs. And if they're under the age of 40 or even 30, I would guess that on top of working this job, they're sitting at a desk all day, not ever getting up. They have a standing desk that they don't use. They probably grind their teeth at night, and they probably pee a lot. This is gonna make sense later on in the video, so just hold on to that part. So part of the spiel I give them goes something along the lines of this.
So these muscles here at the back of your neck and in the shoulder region, they are basically on at all times. You are probably not realizing this, but while you're working, while you're driving, while you're at home watching Netflix, and maybe even while you're sleeping, your shoulders are probably like this. And because of that, you've pretty much trained them to turn on all the time. So when you go to brush your teeth, doing it like this. Try practicing some self-awareness to where you check in like every hour, get up from your desk, and move, most importantly. I'm not gonna tell you to sit up straight all day. Like, that's just not something that any of us really do. Instead of trying to have a good posture, get up from your desk and move, because that'll remind you to get out of this position that you're gonna be stuck in for 12 hours.
Okay, so I don't really know if I sound like that at work or not, but I know that's something that I like to share with patients because you'll be surprised. I give them one exercise and the first thing they do is they're like, bam, shoulders up in the ears. And I'm like, relax. Stop shrugging your shoulders, please, because I really don't want you experiencing tension headaches or having your arms go numb and then they fall off. I'm kidding, they won't fall off, but you know. So I remember when our parents would be like, use the bathroom before we leave the house because I don't want you needing to pee when we get in the car. Well, that did a number on us because now I would say about 50% of people that come in for low back pain are also admitting to going to the bathroom just in case. Please stop doing this. Please stop doing this. So the amount of people going to physical therapy because they are peeing themselves is more than you think, and they don't always have to be people that have had kids. Those shoulder shrugging individuals that we were just talking about earlier, their issues usually come into a package deal, and they are usually also guilty of doing this as well, going to the bathroom just in case. Ill management of stress has a lot of ways to manifest itself through the body, and using the bathroom more than you would like and even peeing yourself is one of them, unfortunately. People will come in expecting to get their neck or back checked out, and next thing you know, we're doing Kegels on the table. So if you catch yourself racing to the bathroom and barely making it, or maybe not making it, or waking up in the middle of the night multiple times to go pee-pee, or you need the bathroom right after you've used it and then you run to the bathroom and there's nothing to show for it and you get a little bit of a dribble, your first order of business would be to stop going to the bathroom just in case. If you're leaving the house and you don't need the bathroom, don't do it. If you're going to bed and you don't need the bathroom, don't do it. If you arrive to a restaurant, arrive to school, work, and the first thing you do is use the bathroom before you sit down, just because, just in case, don't do it. The bladder has its own little hive mind where it likes to convince your brain that you actually need the bathroom when you don't. And when you condition your bladder to empty when it's not fully full, and you go to the bathroom just in case, you are telling the bladder to send your brain a signal that you need to pee before you actually need to. So by doing this over and over and over since we were very young and just got potty trained, it can eventually become an issue, especially if you're working one of these high stress jobs and you're very driven all the time, because that just feeds into the bladder's excitement for you to need to go. There's a bunch of things that also play into this not peeing yourself situation, but for the most part, this is probably one of the biggest changes that can be made in order to lessen the amount of peeing for no reason in your life. If you're guilty of any of the things I've been telling you not to do so far, and you're interested in more information on that whole peeing situation, comment below asking for a friend, or just hit the like button if you don't want anyone to know, or do both, or do whatever you want. I don't know. I hate asking people to do this stuff. Just subscribe. There you go. Subscribe. No, I'm not going to say use your legs, not your back, even though that's something you should be doing. But what I will say is stop holding your breath. You'll be surprised. A lot of people show up with neck pain and back pain, and next thing you know, not only are we doing exercises for that, but also Kegels and learning how to breathe. I've had a patient that once told me she gets so focused on what she's doing that she forgets to breathe and doesn't realize this until she's lightheaded. This is a real thing, and I don't want you guys experiencing this. This is very, very bad for all those tiny little muscles down in your pelvic floor area. The best way that I can depict this is, when you sneeze and hold it in? Now, imagine a soda can when the bottom of it blows out. That's kind of what's happening. And I don't want your gooch or your coochie looking like that, because that wouldn't be good. Holding your breath is another one of those things that I am constantly telling people not to do in the clinic. This is easily in the top 3 things that we repeat all day, every day between me and my colleagues. We're always saying, don't hold your breath, breathe, make sure you breathe in. Are you holding your breath? I'm hearing you breathe in. Exhale. This is something that every single patient is pretty much guilty of when they come in and they don't really know how to breathe. A lot of these things are not things that require you to do exercises for necessarily, but just by checking in with yourself and having more awareness to your body and being in tune with it, are you shrugging your shoulders and holding your breath and going to the bathroom unnecessarily? Don't do it. These are things that you may have not noticed that you've been doing, and you probably wouldn't have noticed you were doing them until you had pain or had bathroom obsessions. So you're welcome. I hope this deters you from ever needing physical therapy for the reasons I described earlier, and relax your shoulders, guys. Oh. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Hello everyone.